Hi everyone and welcome to your Summer Pilates Challenge. The theme for this year is Strength and Glow. 14 days together with me, Lottie, and our international Pilates community. So it is going to be challenging at times, but it will always be kind, generous and gentle on your mind and body. Today is day 1. A chance to prepare ourselves for what's to come and an invitation for everyone to get started on this journey. If you're practicing on YouTube, then you can enjoy day 1 absolutely for free here. But if you would like to make the most of our 7-day free trial over in the LMP Virtual Studio and app, our gorgeous home for my Pilates community, then I've popped a link in the description box below. And we have a really special exclusive summer offer for you as well. But today, it's day 1. A chance for you to reconnect with yourself, to feel strong and to get that body moving. Now I'm going to give you the option to use some hand weights, but it's completely optional. You can do the whole class without as well. And just make sure you're taking care of yourself and looking after yourself. So we're going to begin at the back of our mat. And we're going to start with a lovely flowing warm-up together. Now this warm-up's going to come up again throughout the challenge, so you've got something to start to memorize and feel in your body and get familiar with. So let's just start. Let's just ground ourselves. Maybe closing down the eyes or softening the gaze. Maybe having a gentle rock forwards and back on the feet to bring your awareness to your standing posture. Your proprioception, where you are in space in your room. And how is your energy? Do you feel buzzy and a little bit frantic, or do you feel a little bit sluggish and lethargic? Or perhaps just really settled and calm? Try to settle yourself into how you want to feel today. How are you going to move through this practice, through this class and into your day? Blinking open the eyes and just giving your shoulders a little roll, connecting with your body, checking in with those joints. We're going to start with some roll downs for our spinal mobility. So keeping the knees nice and soft, just nod the chin to the chest and start to flex one bone at a time down over the legs, allowing the arms to just be nice and free. Maybe bending the knees a little bit more if those hamstrings feel tight today. Taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, start to roll back up again, restacking through your lovely spine, bringing your head up last, gazing up and out. Good. And we go again. So starting to warm up, to breathe, to move with ease and grace, trying to move flowing like a wave or with a wave. Pressing the floor away as you restack the spine, bringing the head up finally. We'll go 3 more. Nodding the chin first, working your way through that upper back, the middle back, the lower back, and then folding over the legs. Inhale, and then exhale as you restack, roll back up, arms hang down. 2 more. We have this sense of up and over with a roll down. We don't want to sink. We want to feel like we're connecting to our middle, our center. The hamstrings are active and alert. Inhale. Exhale as you feel that them coming up starts from the base of the spine, and then you restack through the rest of the spine. We've got 1 more. We're staying over the legs this time. So take it down again. That up and over feeling, maybe a little bit of sense of abdominal connection. Stay over the legs. Maybe your hands can touch down to the floor, or maybe they're just hanging off the floor, or even you want to place them on your legs. It's completely fine. We're going to take 5 knee bends, bending and stretching the knees. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep going, check those ankles are in line with the knees and the toes. Last one, bend and hold. We're going to start to walk down onto the mat and find ourselves either in a plank or a modified plank. Coming back in with the hands towards the feet and rolling back over the legs. So we just stay over here. We're going to continue these walkouts. So we're warming up a little bit more now, coming forwards either into that plank or that modified plank is completely fine. And you can come back to the knees, come back to the toes, and then roll back over the legs. Good, 3 more here. So as you come into that plank or modified plank, you're finding that everything is square and level to the mat. You've got a sense of lift through your center line, your abdominal connection. The shoulders are wide and drawing down. We come back in, over the legs. We've got 2 more. These walkouts, bearing weight through our upper body as well, and our wrists and our hands and our arms. Because we're going to be holding onto those weights maybe later. So we want to get nice and warm through that upper body as well. This is your last one. We're coming in to that plank or modified plank. Good. Now, we're going to bring the knees down and we're going to tuck the toes under and walk the hands back underneath the shoulders now. So you're in your all fours position. We're going to hover the knees just an inch off the mat. So you feel the thighs firing up a little bit. I want you to feel really quite kind of springy like here. You're going to lift the hips up to a downward facing dog, or more like a sort of upside down V here with the body. Don't worry if your heels don't get to the floor. Don't worry if your legs aren't fully straight. Just be where you can, sending the hips high, high, high. From there, elevate the heels and come back to a hover. So we've got 10 of these, hover to downward facing dog. We're still warming up. So we go back to that downward facing dog. We come back to that hover. We go up with the hips. And we come back to that hover. So the shoulders are getting warm, the thighs, the core. We keep flowing. Gorgeous. Stretching and lengthening our hamstrings. Connecting our breath, our alignment. Lovely. 4 more there. You're doing really well. The hardest part is already done. You're on your mat, you're moving. You have nowhere else to be now. Just here. Staying present, staying mindful. Last 2. Last one. It's a strong start, guys. And we come down with the knees after that last one. Now we're going to do a nice rotation thread to the needle to continue this little warm up. So we're going to reach the right arm up to the sky. Looking up to that hand, it opens. Back of the right hand comes through to the mat and under the left arm. Right ear comes down towards the mat as you thread through. 3 on each side. So we stay on this side. Inhale to open. Exhale to thread through. It's like you're doing a little press up with this left arm, this left elbow. Last one there, inhale. We want you to keep that chest open. Gorgeous thoracic rotation of our spine. And we come back. Place that hand down. Good, other side. Left arm sweeps out. Think of it like a wing coming from your back. Thread the arm through, back of the hand goes through. Little press up with that right arm now as the ear rotates down to the mat. 2 more, breathing in to open. Breathing out to thread under. Breathing in to open wide. And follow with your gaze as you thread through. Lovely. Coming all the way back and placing the hand down. Last little thing for our warm up here. Let's bring the hands just a touch further forward, of the shoulders, and then rounding your back now. So a little bit more back mobility. We sit back towards the heels. So we're stretching that lumbar spine, the hips, warming up. We're going to come through like a little ripple. And we're going to go into a little press up here, a little box press up. So the elbows come in towards the waistline as we go down. We push back up with control. We re-round the spine as we sit it back. Just 5 of these, slow, steady and smooth. This is your strong foundations. So I want you to be clear, precise on your mat with your movements. No rushing. Good. 2 more. Really rounding those hips back. Rounding the hips forwards. Through with the head. Down with control. Up with strength. Last one. We rock it back. Exhale. Inhale, we come forwards. We come down. Calm, come up, feeling strong. And this time sit all the way back to a child's pose. Lovely. We're going to roll up and we're going to start the main section of the practice now. So just coming down onto your back. Now this is where we're going to have the option to either use the weights or not for these exercises. So I've got some light hand weights. You can use the wrist weights that wrap around your wrists, or you can use something else like water bottles or tins of beans, or just use your lovely self. So coming down, we're going to start with some curl ups or chest lifts. Now, if you would like to, you can always put the hands behind your head for a little bit of a preparation, or you're going to reach the weights above your chest, and I'm going to have them together here. So hold it on, and I'm going to take a little backwards reach with the arms overhead. I'm going to come up with the weights, the head, neck and chest into that curl up. So sort of directing the weights just above the knees. Knees are hip distance apart and parallel. Making sure you're not tucking your pelvis under. So make sure the pelvis is nice and level and you're curling the upper body up. And then we come back and the arms reach back with control. That's quite challenging. And then we come back up again. Curl it up. Breathe out. Breathing in to come back and down. Breathing out to curl up. Breathing in to come down. So as the weights go overhead, check the ribs don't flare out. Good. Mobilizing that spine up. Working our abdominals. Strengthening our core muscles, our center muscles. Stabilizing the knees, the pelvis. And actually the weights can sometimes help with that feeling of lift. Helping that upwards feeling. Good. 4 more. Keeping the feet glued down. Imagine you've got sticky gum. Oh, that's not a nice image, but something sticky under your feet to keep your feet stuck to the mat. Last 2. Now on this last one, we're going to come into some little presses. Now this is going to be a little theme of this class with these little presses. We do 10 and we're going to do 3 sets. So we go 10 little presses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring it down. So 3 sets of 10 little presses. So we come again, arms come up, head, neck, chest, shoulders away from the ears. Small, make the presses really small. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, just the upper body, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring it back. Okay, 1 more set of those 10. So control it up. You can do it. Here we go. 10, 9. Looking at those weights reaching high. 7, 6, 5, 4. Forwards. 3, 2, 1. And you bring it back and down. Really nice, guys. Now, just bring the weights to your hips like this. You're just going to either put your hands there or your weights there. And we're going to go into a bridge now. So adjust the feet if you need to. We're going to bridge the pelvis straight up, and we've got this little extra weight with the weights on the pelvis there. So we bridge the pelvis up and we bridge straight down. So it's not a articulation, it's more of a hinge from the hips, straight up, straight down. We're still parallel and hip distance with our legs. Still really sticking and pressing those feet down, almost like you're digging your heels down into the ground, into the sand. If we imagine sand under our heels, we're pressing down into it. Good. All the way up, you want to squeeze the glutes and you come down. So the back of those legs are working, the hamstrings and the hips at the front of the legs are stretching out. 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold this one up, and then we've got that same sequencing that we did before. So we do 10 presses up for 10. 9. Make sure your hips are level and you're breathing. Just an inch down, an inch up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then all the way down and then all the way up again. We go 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stretch that lower back. 1, all the way down. Last set, we go up. Feel those inner thighs are parallel to each other. The glutes are squeezing in, and then we press those hips up for this last 10 here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we come down. I can feel that nice subtle work on those glutes. So we're going to continue a little bit with the glutes, but also with some more arm work as we come to the side now. So we're going to come to our side lie-in for our oyster, but we're going to be in this forearm lifted position. So the forearm's down, the hand is facing forwards, we've got our feet back in line with our hips, and everything else is stacked, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. We're going to hold that weight in our hand, and the arm is going to do a similar action to the leg. So we're going to open the knee and the arm and then close back down. So the elbow is quite tight to the hip, but try not to put any weight on it. So it's just there. And then we open and close. And open and close. So we don't let the whole body swing back. Remember, let's think about the Pilates principles, which is that alignment, stability, control, center, coordination, flow of movement, breath. Good. Did I miss any out? Maybe you can write in the comments below, because I probably forgot one. See if I did. Let me know. Good. Open and close. We go 4, 3. And the challenge here is obviously not to sink into that supporting shoulder. So it's a really worked position. 2 and 1. Now you probably know what's coming here. We press back for 10 little presses. So it's just up and down an inch. I'm not going to press the arm, just the leg, but I'm just holding that arm there. 5, 4, 3, lifting through the waist. And we close it down. Let's close the arm as well for a little break. And then we open again and we press open. Good. 8, 7, nice long neck in line with the rest of your body. What tends to happen is it likes to drop because it's hard work keeping that head up. 5, 4, 3, press that leg back. 2, 1, close the arm and the knee down. We go one more time there, we open. Now it's really tempting to let the whole body move here. Just try and isolate that leg. So if you want to just focus on the leg, you can always put the weight down. You can relax the arm and you can just really focus on that technique and alignment there. 5, 4, 3, wrapping around the outside of that glute. 2 and 1, and it closes down. Beautiful. We are going to have a nice stretch at the end, but we're going to go straight on to the other side. So you can take that weight with you because we're only using 1. So we line ourselves up. Elbow is under the shoulder, hand is pressing down, lifted through the side. We hold the weight. Good. So we go for that oyster action of the hip and the knee and the external rotation of the shoulder. So the arm in the shoulder. Elbow is bent just by the hip, and they're doing the same kind of action, following the same movement there. Inhale, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing breathing in. Good, so try and get as much range of movement as you can. 3, 2, and we hold for 1. We press open the thigh. 8, 7, 6, 5. Press the feet together. 4, 3, 2, 1. It comes down. We've got 2 more sets of those 10 presses. 5, 4, just the leg. 3, 2, 1. Control it down. We've got 1 more here. As you get tired, you'll start to lose the form. Okay, so focus on that a little bit more if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that closes down. Really good there, guys. Okay, so we're going to come to all fours again. Now, you are going to need your weight as an option here, but not straight away. So just have it ready to one side. You can have either weight on each side of your mat. Just going to check they're not going to roll away. So back to the all fours, and we're going to go for a little one-legged cat. So first of all, let's do it without the arm. Let's just do the leg. So we're going to curve through the spine at the same time. The right knee curves in towards the nose, towards the chest. Then it's going to reach out. So as your spine lengthens, the right leg reaches directly behind you like it's trying to touch the wall behind you. So focusing on that curving in, and then that long leg reaches back and out towards the wall behind you. We curve it in, breathing out, and then breathing in as you reach. So we can add an arm to this. So as we bring the knee in, we bring the opposite elbow in towards the waist. And then as we reach the leg out, the opposite arm reaches out as well. Okay, so a little bit more challenge on the balance, on the stability. We'll go for about 5 more here. Control that reach out. Try not to rush the coming in. Feeling the shin and the palm that's still on the mat. You really want to feel that connection between them to help with the balance. 2 more. Now, on the last one, you're either just going to hold here or maybe take the weight into that hand that's extending out, and we're just going to take little presses up with the arm and the leg. Really tough, especially if the weight is quite heavy. Hopefully it's not too heavy. 5, 4, 3. This is great for working your back. 2 and 1. Bring it in, curve. So you can add that weight as an option. If it felt too much, you can always drop it down. Reaching out, little presses up. And we curve it in. Good. Lots of focus. Last one here. Make sure you're not locking out your supporting arm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can feel the glutes as well as the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and reset. Good, they're not easy. So have a little child's pose, little reset through the shoulders. And then we'll repeat that on the other leg. So set yourself up again. So let's do without the arm to start with so we can really focus on our action. So we bring the knee in as we curve the spine. We reach the leg out and behind, directly behind you. So we curve it in. We reach it behind. Now the key with these exercises on the all fours here with one leg is that we don't lean over to the side. So you really want to try to keep the hip of the supporting leg over the knee. So you don't want to look at your thigh and see that it's kind of off angle. So really keep that health of that joint and strength. So if you want to, we're going to add the arms. So we're going to curve in with the elbow towards the waist, and then opposite arm and leg reaches, touching either side of the room. So you're really lengthening and expanding out here. Working into that back. 5 more. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. You're doing so well. Staying mindful on your mat. Trusting your body. Last one. Now this is where you can always take that weight and reach it out in that opposite hand to the leg. We press up 10 times. Arm and leg this time. Not the body, just the arm and leg. 2, 1. Curve it back in. Feels good to have that little release and curve. Reach it back out again for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, could feel myself losing it there, guys. We've got one more here. We reach it long. Focus in here for 10. 1. It comes in. We did it. And we bring that weight down. We bring the knee down. We take a little rest back to child's pose. So we're going to do a action of the leg and a position of the body that might come up, or will come up later on in this series, in this challenge, in a few different ways, and also in standing as well. So just want to prepare ourselves, prepare our body for this move. So we're going to come down this time onto the forearms to start with, and then we're going to, what leg did we just do? So we'll go back to the right leg working. So if we take our right hand out to the side, and actually sometimes using a hand weight to put your hand on is quite a nice release for your wrist. If you're not feeling having your wrist down on the floor, you could always hold, because it just creates less flexion in the wrist there. So we're here, and we're going to go for a hydrant movement. So it goes out to the side. So we're going to go, I'm not entirely sure why it's called that actually, but we will again look into that. So we're going to open the leg out and in. So it's opening in that right angle. It stays in that kind of box position. And again, we're going to be kind of doing a few snazzy things with this later on in the challenge. But for now, we're keeping it strong and we're keeping it simple. Good. So full range of movement, and you're allowing your pelvis to slightly rotate here. It would be really challenging to kind of keep everything square. So we are just letting the pelvis slightly rotate, but not lean off center. So still keeping the hip over the knee, okay? Now hold it there, flex the foot, little presses up. You know it by now. 3 sets of 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Really try and lift the whole thigh and not just the foot. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Little moment. We've got 2 more sets of those 10 presses to go on this side. We're going to flex the foot for these, pressing into the heel. Good. Keep the waist long. 2, 1. We bring it down. Yes, we're really feeling the glutes in this workout. And we're going to go one more. We open, we flex the foot. 10, 9, try and lift that knee higher than the foot. 3, 2, 1, and it closes down. Good job. Let's resettle the arms. If we come back onto both forearms, and I'll show you the weight here as well. So if you want to put that weight to the side, because we're going to bring that hand up onto it. So again, it's quite nice for a little bit of a release, so you're not having to flex into the mat. Quite a nice option. Make sure that the knee is underneath the supporting hip, and we open the knee, the outside knee, and close. So you're letting the pelvis rotate a little bit to that open side, okay, but not leaning over. Keeping your middle, your sense of middle, sense of center abdominal connection. Nice long neck. Good. And this one, we're going to hold it there. Now we're going to flex for the foot. So we press through that heel. Now you try and lift that thigh up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, reset. Shoulders away from the ears, lift, flex, and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, really feeling those hips. We can do it. We've got this last set. Shoulders away from the ears. We lift, try and get that leg a little bit higher. Flex the foot, and we finish it here. 6, 5, 4, small movement. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good. I like to give those hips a little bit of a tap just to release from extra tension. Now we've got a bit of a finisher here, which again will come up a little bit in the series. So it's a nice thing to get familiar with. We're going to be in stand-in for these ones today. So we're going to come up to stand-in. So we've got some arm work and some squats as well. But don't worry, no more pulses, no more pressing. So let's bend both the elbows in. And we're going to have the palms facing in towards each other. Soft knees, long neck. So you can just think about drawing the chin in a little bit. So the neck is nice and long at the back. Now we're going to open and close the forearms here. Good. So the rest of the body stays stable. You're open to the day. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in. Wrist is in line with the rest of the arm. Knees are soft, so the knees aren't locked out. Hips are tracking forward. 3. Good, and you keep those elbows really tight to the waist. 2. And 1. Lovely. Now we go for our chest expansion, or our row back. So we're going to reach the arms back. We're going to keep the palms facing in today and back in. Okay, show you from the side so we get that reach. Lovely shoulder stretch as well. Working the triceps, the back. Good. Keeping calm and just starting to feel how you've shifted, how you feel maybe in your body now. From moving and strengthening. Good, just 2 more. Really reaching back, last one. Good, and then some Pilates squats. To finish this gorgeous routine, we're going to bring our weights together. So we're going to make sure those legs are tracking, and we're going to come down into our Pilates squats. You keep that nice long neutral spine, and we press the hips forwards. So it's like we're sitting back into a low stool and coming up. Sitting back and coming up. Nice. So we hinge forward slightly with the body, but keep the body nice and straight. Pressing into the heels, pressing up with strength. All the way down. Hopefully we're feeling nice and warm for this. Good. Just 4 more. And 3. And 2. Good. Last one. Getting down low. Standing high. And release those arms. Well done, guys. You can pop those weights if you were using them just down to one side. Ready for another day. And we're going to come to sit on our mat for a nice cooling down little stretch. So I just want you to bring one leg in and one leg out to the side into a sort of half frog straddle. We're going to reach the outside arm up and over into a nice side body stretch now. Good, so giving a little bit of a love to some stretches, to the side body, focusing back in on that breath. Melting down through the hips and the legs. Good. And then just turn towards that leg that you've got straight out on that diagonal. So turn your body that way. See if you can really twist it around there, bringing the hands down somewhere onto the leg there and just flexing. So like a cat, you're rounding over that leg, making sure the knee is pointing up to the nose. Opening up the knee that's bent. Oh, a little bit of a click there in my joint, so everything is definitely stretching out here. And then come back to the side reach and all the way back up. We'll repeat that on the other side, so stretch the other leg out on a diagonal line, nice and straight. One leg bends into that half frog. We reach the other arm over into the side body to begin with. Lovely. You can just let this hand, the other hand, just rest somewhere on the leg. Good. And then we're going to twist towards that leg. So you really rotate the trunk around. See if you can bring both hands down somewhere onto the leg. The knee is pointing up to the nose and we flex and reach around. Good. Try not to pull or force. Breathe and ease into the movement forwards. So we'll come back up and then we'll take a straddle with both legs, wherever you can, and just a nice forwards reach now through the legs, opening through the hips, the inner thighs, maybe melting the forearms down or just the fingertips, wherever you are. A nice option even is to have your hands on a cushion or some books or some blocks or something in front of you to help if this feels a little bit stiff for you, or you can start to walk even further forward so the elbows melt down maybe. Don't worry if you're not there yet, just be patient with yourself and just enjoy the journey, the progress. Good. And then very gradually rebuilding yourself to a sitting position, a seated position, a nice comfortable seated position for you. So that might be cross-legged. And then just sitting really tall, resting the hands on your lap or maybe on your body somewhere, your belly, your chest. Just to come inwards with your energy into your space, into your body. To finish your practice. Maybe closing down the eyes or lifting the gaze up and out off your screen into your room, your space. Feeling the breath. Energizing the spine, creating space between every vertebrae. Creating space for the breath to flow in and out. Releasing the tension, feeling strong from within. And you are all done for day one of your practice. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. I loved meeting you there. Thank you for taking part in this challenge, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing you for the rest of it. So make sure you leave a comment below if you're taking part, and we are going to do it all together, encouraging each other. See you tomorrow for day 2. Bye.